Will you start out? I'm Chloe. I'm Chloe Talderland. I may not have said that at the top. Can you introduce yourself to the audience and your role in the project?
For sure. First of all, just want to say thank you for having us here. It was super exciting to be screened and just
was this your premiere?
The venue. No, it was not. But it is my first experience with film festivals and stuff. So,
welcome.
I'm Amanda. I'm the writer and executive producer for Sing.
Amazing. How did this project begin and what inspired this?
So you may have noticed it was based on a true story. It was something from my own childhood that happened when I was younger. And it's just something that I've carried around with me for a really long time. Have always wanted to share the story or the bigger story as a whole, and just kind of things fell into place, and it was the right timing.
Amazing. Do you work with the rest of the team frequently, or was this the first project you all worked on together?
No, this was the first project. One of the actors is my neighbor.
Okay.
And he actually introduced us to our director, and the director got the crew together, who they do quite a bit of work together off and on. And yeah, it was just kind of, through that connection.
Was it always going to be a mostly silent film?
A little bit. I wanted to do something a little bit different, but as you can tell, the story really is coming from Salem's perspective, and her life. It was very quiet. It was, how do I not be seen? How do I stay as small as I can, but being thrown into these situations where she had to endure those experiences and survive. And so from the beginning, actually, I did have this envision that it would be told more through her emotions than dialogue.
A lighter question. Whose car is that? How did you find that amazing car?
That is a great car. Actually, one of our producers found it. It's a production set car. They found it. It is funny because the scene in the gas station where she's trying to get the car started, that's the real car. We could not get that car started for anything. It was hilarious. It even died in the middle of production because they had the headlights on and they let the battery run out. Yeah.
We've all been there. Amazing. Any audience questions? Yeah.
Yeah. So you're the writer and executive producer. What made you decide to take those roles as opposed to maybe doing directing as well?
I think I'm not a writer myself. This is my first experience writing. I'm a movie lover all of my life. And my daughter's an actress. My husband's a writer. And so I initially wanted to be able to tell the story and then pass it off to somebody and have somebody take it and create with it. My director, I am a lifelong learner though, and I really wanted to learn the behind the scenes so that I could do more in the future. And he was great. I got to be like right in it on set, talking them through everything, the emotions, the thinking, learning as I went. So yeah, the next film I'll be the director.
Any other one? Yeah.
How did you shoot the shots inside the car? Because they're like, I know that's very hard to do if it's in a stage. We're like, was the car actually moving, or
it was amazing how they did that. I was super surprised how they were going to do this. So the car was not moving. They actually had two of the crew members on the back with a rotating light to create like the look of the stoplights and stuff outside at night. And they were bouncing the car up and down to make it look like it was moving. And then, of course, the doors are open. They had the cameras right on the actors inside the car.
Any other audience questions?
You said your daughter's an actress, is that her?
That's her, yeah.
She's really good.
Thank you. I'm a proud mom.
You should be.
We'll do the way back first.
You said you've held this story in for a long time. How do you feel finally releasing it to the world?
It's really scary. I think that was the hardest thing. I'm a very private person, and so to be able to be able to tell it isn't so hard. I've shared it with really close friends and family throughout my life, but to put it on for an audience, it's really scary. If you're, I run our Instagram page, so if you guys follow us on Instagram, I never highlight or tag myself as the writer because I don't want people to like find me in some way. I don't know why, but yeah, it was definitely scary and therapeutic at the same time.
Thank you for sharing.
In the middle?
The credits have a really bold graphic design vibe to them, and I was wondering if you were involved in the look of the credits of the film.
You know, I was with the graphic designer, so I hired a graphic designer out of Ireland. I found her through a connection. I told her the story, she watched the film, I gave her the idea of the emotions behind the story and what I was trying to create, just that feeling of oh, I don't know, just the chaos and stuff of the situation. And she came up with the graphic design, the fonts, all of that. And so from her poster, she created our movie posters and stuff. And so from that, then we just kept that with all of the credits and everything, the title and everything in the movie.
One more? Yeah.
If this is too personal of a question, you don't have to answer this, but had you told your daughter this story before, or did you have to like sit down and have a conversation while making this film?
Yeah, no, it's interesting. So my daughter's been in musical theater and acting since a really young age. And we were hiking, and I said, hey, I'm thinking about telling the story. What do you think? And so we kind of talked through on our hike. She loved it. She thought, oh, that's a great idea. I love it. And then I asked her, would you be willing to play that part? And she said, sure. And after she thought about it a little bit, she came back to me and said, well, I don't know if I should do that. I don't know if I'll be good enough to do that and to tell your story. And I said, oh my gosh, no, I am like getting this out here now. Because I wanted her to be able to do that. So yeah, it was, but other than that, it's not something like we have to sit down or talk about a lot at home.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right, thank you so much.